Belcher Vestige is our second map. Starting to the bottom right, we have the player in the lead. It is ToD, Le ToD, playing for XMG with a 1-0 lead in the best of 3 series. And starting to the top left, we have his opponent with a 7 pool. Oh my god! TLO he's dropping the pants and he's putting the balls of steel on the table. Game number 2, he is down 1 map already and he just goes for a 7 pool. And ToD has once again the pylon in his main base. What is he going to do? Is he going for the forge or is he going for the gateway? He started with the Nexus first, I think the last time that we saw him play against Slivko here, and went into Forge in the main base and then started cannoning. No, he started the cannons at the beginning. Yeah, he started with the Forge opening at the front. He's probably going to start with the gateway here, therefore, unless he just changed his build a little bit. But oh my god, could that be successful. There is no scout for ToD. No scout, TLO is going for it. And ToD, ToD is going for the Nexus first. ToD is going for the Nexus first, I think. And oh god, is he gonna be mad. Rage incoming, guys. ToD is not gonna be happy at all about this. 8 Zerglings already on the way. This is basically a build order win right there. No Forge, 7 pool against Nexus first. No, there's not even... Now he's scouting. Now he's scouting and he might not even see that. Oh my god. TLO with the build order win. The Forge is being built here. All that TLO has to do right now is run into the main base. And ToD already sees it. Oh my god, at least he saw it. Maybe somehow he can buy himself some time. Oh god, and ToD is... This is one of those moments where ToD is just like putain, putain! And he's gonna get crazy in front of his stream. Moving to the bottom right, and let's see what those links can do. Will those probes be able to... He might be able to save this. He might actually be able to pull this off. He has the Forge now, and he cancelled, of course. That mean, the one thing that he had to do was to cancel his expansion. That's what he did. Now we have 8 links stealing mining time and trying to do some damage. They try to take down that pylon, and once that pylon is gone, those drones, those probes, they have to fight, and that's what they're trying to do right now. How many harvesters will go down? The harvester count is now certainly 18 to 12. The links are gone. ToD actually might be able... I think ToD has done it. 16 to 12 harvesters. 16 to 12 harvesters. The expansion going down. TLO not doing nearly as much damage as I thought he would be able to pull off here. The gateway now in the main base, ToD doesn't really know what's going on. He doesn't really know if there's some kind of second attack or whatever. But that placement was so good. He just surrounded him with two drones, 2 drone thingies, and boom! Oh wow, TLO. Can he actually catch up to this? 20 harvesters to 13. That economy alone for ToD. And ToD is just probably going to fist pump right now in front of the stream. It's like, oh yeah, baby, that's how it's done. God, I thought he was dead. Boy, did I think he was dead. I thought he had no chance. He saw them with a probe. That was, of course, important for him. But that was so important and so well played by ToD here. I did not think he could pull it off. But right now, let's see how those 2 players transition. Pylon being attacked at the bottom. There should be a couple of probes heading down very soon to make that happen. I do not think that that pylon is going to be eliminated. I don't see that happening. And yeah, there they are. Probes coming in. But the pylon is now weak. Let's see how TLO is going to play this from now on. He's still trying to catch up. He is at the same harvester count. The one thing that's of course now important to note is that we have a completed natural for TLO and we don't have a Nexus just yet for ToD. So the one thing that TLO is going to have... Oh wow, he actually killed the pylon. Huh. Look at that. Killed the pylon here. But yeah, coming back to that, that was of course neat, but that's not going to be game winning. The one thing that TLO has to find out is what exactly is happening. He sees the Nexus and he needs to know, is that thing going to be cancelled or not? That's not going to be the case. But he has no units in the main base right now. TLO can actually, like, TLO is not really like super far behind now. He was, ToD's expansion is just a little bit too late. Everything was delayed, so ToD is now trying to get this expansion up, and TLO, of course, he's a little bit reluctant to like overcommit to economy because he doesn't know what's in the main base. If there are a couple of gateways and ToD just moves across the map with his gateway units, then it might be lights out for him. So he's getting the double spine crawler now. That's a lot of safety that he has. He's also not going in the third base just yet, but you wanna have that third base, of course, up. This is all about like, how do you react to what exactly is happening? Does the Protoss player try to hit the timing here? Does he go into a longer game? Is the Zerg getting his third base up or not? TLO already faced with a pylon at the third base that is limiting his options of getting that third, because he wants to get that, of course. He wants to be one map up against his opponent. That's why we have him now with that drone moving out. Harvester count, or the units in general for TLO, not looking too shabby. He's actually at 51 against 38 supply here. Pretty decent shape after this, after he transitioned and not completely committed to the aggression. But he did not nearly do as much damage with all of this as I actually thought he would. Did he actually kill like a harvester? He's like 4 harvests in total. That's all that he killed here. But everything that he has is fairly late, and for ToD the response is going to be the important part. He's going straight into the robotics facility on one gate. Also has, of course, the delayed warp gate research because he didn't need it before. The double gateways at the front closing the wall. And here that third is just so late at the 9-minute mark with the opening that we have. That's when he can get his third up. +1/+1 upgrades being started, whereas we have the +1 attack upgrade for ToD. TLO is a little bit better off than I originally thought, but still I'm very surprised that he didn't do much and that he didn't do more damage with what he did. Think about like how few harvesters ToD actually lost. The big deal for ToD was actually losing the expansion this early. TLO expanded a little bit earlier than he himself, but now we have Zealots here, not with a +1 attack upgrade just yet, but that Mothership Core, of course, that can really help out. And the Queen, he's gonna lose the Queen. He's gonna lose the Queen here, and that is really good for ToD. That Mothership Core is doing a lot of damage, the pilot is warping in units, and this is that problem that you have if you are in such a bad spot. TLO, he has a late third. He might actually be in a position where he has to cancel third base if there's another warp in. I don't really know if I agree with the decision of ToD to attack here. I think he should have tried to trade, but at least like this, the hatch is very low in HP. If he gets, I mean, what is he gonna do with is he going to go into a warp prison? That would make a bit more sense. Why? Because the hatch is down, and he tried to take the hatch to get the hatch low. So if he goes into a warp prism and tries to warp a couple of units in, he might be able to pull something off here. But he needs something to drop, and just warping in units might not be the best choice. I don't know. Maybe with the warp prism speed, we haven't seen it too much just yet with the new speed upgrade. Maybe that's something that he could do, but for now he actually has to defend against this. This is a very freestyle game. If you ask like a StarCraft player, usually what happens is in the first like 10 minutes of the game, a lot of things are very scripted. So you know what kind of timings to use, you know what kind of timings to expect, you know what to do. But the longer the game progresses and the more things happen, the more variables come into play. And that's suddenly when you have to freestyle and you have to make decisions. Decision making is going to be the important part. And this is an issue in this game right off the bat, because we have this weird opening for both players. And we have drop play now coming up. Drop play, hive tech, we will see the speed upgrade, and the great thing for TLO is his scouting, his map awareness, overlords everywhere, zerglings everywhere, and he sees that move out. Securing a potential third base over here, might also just try to move in once again. We don't have a warp prism just yet, so he doesn't utilize this. He only got the observer so far with his robotics. He didn't use it for anything else, but of course it grants him the safety later on if need be. We also have him with a huge commitment to gateway, so this is really ToD just flexing his muscles and trying to muscle his way through with gateway units. Problematic for him is going to be if those +2/+2 upgrades really finish, and Zerglings already struggling against the reinforcements, the units here. But what else do we have? Only Zerglings, and they are on good upgrades. +1 is not really gonna do too much for ToD, but what else does he have? Banelings, and if he wants to drop Banelings, he needs that speed upgrade. Oh, sorry, my bad, he does have the speed upgrade, my bad, I missed that earlier, that he researched that. Baneling drops on top of this army. It's usually something that a lot of players like. Oh, the Banelings against the hallucinated Archons. The Overlords are not ready just yet. Oh my god, the third base, the Spine Crawler buying him time, the time that he needs. He needs a little bit more, 3 in-game seconds, and then he will have the drop upgrade. And there they are, the drops on top of the army. Blink is not part. Does he have Blink? He doesn't. And here come the drops on top of the sentries. Oh god, bye-bye force fields. ToD is moving back. He didn't kill the third base just yet. Oh god, this is going to be close. TLO is spreading creep at the potential third bases for his opponent. The Overlord moving in, dropping additional banelings on top of his opponent's army. The force fields are gone. The Zerglings moving in. +2/+2 is completed. They are everywhere. Both of them at the same supply. Once again, the banelings moving in. The Zealots are already eliminated. The rest of the sentries that he just moved in are also dead. TLO is gonna pull this off after a rather failed 6 pull that brought him at least ahead in the game. That's such a clutch defense here by him. Oh my god, was that drop upgrade close. Oh my god, was that just in time. That was like, he was just hoping, begging, praying for it to finish. And it worked. He kills the sentry, he kills his opponent's ability to use the force fields, and without having any ranged unit arm whatsoever, he needed to rely on Zerglings with upgrades, and that is exactly what he did, and he could do it because the force fields were not there. The long-term idea is to go into the Ultralisks and use them to break down force fields and the +3 attack upgrades, but TLO, he's pulling it off here. He is going to most likely take the game. He didn't win it just yet, but there is no third base. That Overlord is, by the way, in an interesting spot. He realizes it too and moves it in. Yeah, okay, third base to the bottom. Oh my god, that game is making me sweat. Hive tech done. That tech advantage. Oh my god. That tech advantage, guys. 3-3 is being researched. Chitin is plating. Ultralisks. And there... Well, those are certainly 2 stray units. But look at the Mothership Core trying to do damage to the Ultralist. That does not even tickle the Ultralist. The Ultralist like, stop it, stop it. That tickles, stop it. Yeah, but doesn't have to worry about that too much. And TLO already preparing to transition into support units. Go straight into the Infestors with the Fungals. Great games. Today is a good day. 4th base coming up now. Resources lost if you want to have a look here. More cost efficient for the Zerg. Never a statistic you want to look at as a Protoss player. And he's moving in with Ultras from every angle. He doesn't even need anything else. The hallucinations, ToD is using them all the time, and that's actually really cool. Because what else can he use those sentries for? Nothing. Those force fields alone are not going to help him, because the Ultras are just going to crush him, being the massive units as they are. So having a little bit of a buffer is the only thing that helps. But the one Ultralisk alone is just doing crazy damage against the base. ToD is not even cancelling, and he is out of minerals, or is going to be out of minerals very soon in his main base. Those patches are getting lower and lower as we speak, and he is on 2 bases. Didn't cancel the Nexus, lost those minerals. He's rebuilding them right now. The army supply are currently 65 against 44, but more than the army supply, the tech is a problem. You can see we have +2/+2 against 1/1 upgrades. 3-3 is going to come up against 2-2 with a very delayed second at armor upgrade. And the Ultralisk alone now suddenly in the main base doing damage, and we have only 1 robotics that he can get a couple of those Immortals out. We have Ultralisk drops. It's been a while since I've seen that. Ultralisk drops for TLO, no blink for the Stalkers to chase down that Overlord. Another base to the right side of the map. And now with the Infestors in game, it's very unlikely that ToD is able to come back. A 50 supply lead already for TLO, and he's moving in. He has a couple of Immortals against him, but those are surrounded by the Zerglings, and both are being taken out. The Ultralisks, they withstand too much pressure. They have the 3rd attack upgrade, and the armor upgrade is going to do very much to sustain those attacks that ToD is trying to use to defend against this aggression. In the main base, we have the Ultralisk once again being dropped and taking out the tech. ToD has to warp in there too. He's just dancing on too many parties right now. He's trying to be in the main base, he's trying to be at 3rd base. TLO making it happen with this macro game. The 3rd is once again gone, and the Zerg player is very well aware that this is the only thing that he has to pull off, that ToD is going to run out of resources eventually, but that the French player is trying hard, but it's not going to be enough in the end. GG and TLO brings us into game number 3, a 6 pool to start things off, and then we have a 20-minute game to follow it up. Great match, TLO with a 1-1 against ToD, and we are heading straight into game number 3, the deciding match between those two players.